What's going on, you guys? It's Calvin, the FPL Penguin, back again with another video for you all. Hope you're all doing good. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how I got on in Game Week 13 and also showing you guys and talking about my Game Week 14 plans as well. If you do enjoy the video, guys, please hit that like button and do subscribe. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. I hope you're all doing good. But yeah, this is how I got on with the week that's just gone. Quick recap, got a 49k green hour this week, so another green hour. Over the moon about that. Nice little baby steps as we head into about 3 game weeks away from the World Cup now starting, and that little break we're having. So I've got 14, 15, 16, so I'm at 413k. So I'm hoping my target to be 100k. I think I'm about 20 points off that or something like that. I don't know. I think I'm 20 points, not far. So little baby steps, and yeah, I'm doing well at the minute. Just have a quick look at it. You can see the green hours: red, green, 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 red, and then last 3 game weeks got 3 green hours, which is really, really nice. I want to keep that going into the World Cup. My target, like I said, 100k. Yeah, so let's have a look at what's been happening here. You can see this has got 60 points this week. It only did 1 free transfer. There was news about Trent being benched, which it was about a few minutes before the deadline. Andy posted out Let's Talk FPL, and then some other account, which I actually muted a while ago because I thought they were posting fake news a while ago, but yeah, actually got it right this time. Yeah, so they posted out that Trent was benched, and he was benched, and we lost 1-0. Long story short, yeah, so I was debating whether to get rid of him or bring in Foden. Everyone was getting rid of Foden. He blanked. Everyone took out Trossard or benched Trossard. What happened? He scored. And then Andreas did well. Everyone benched him, including myself. So enough waffle about that. This is how I got on. Defense was pretty shit. Goalkeeper Ward, absolutely amazing. Picked him over Raya, who only got 2 points. Villa, new manager, bounce. Well, not really new. It's a caretaker manager, isn't it? But Gerrard's gone. Different Villa. They got Newcastle next. We're talking about Game Week 14 very, very soon. My plans. Yeah, so nothing really interesting with defence there. But this team still got me a green hour. Haaland. A lot of people went for Salah. So bold captaincy. Got to go with Haaland. I was very lucky. It was very skillful in that week when he played Liverpool. I went for Kane instead. But yeah, I went for Haaland. Obviously, Brighton. He's on a roll, isn't he? Everyone's trying to take that punt, and fair enough. Play your own game, but just be careful. Just be careful. Martinez and Maddison did well for me. Really happy about that. I know a few people got rid of Maddison for Foden. Keep hold of Maddison. Maddison very, very good. Leicester looking good. I think it was a lot of knee-jerking. I'm kind of ignoring the crowd and playing my own game. That's why I feel like I'm doing better now with these little green arrows. I'm not following the crowd as such. I'm seeing what everyone's doing, but not necessarily like following what you're doing. Like going for what they're doing, like jumping on that bandwagon. I don't think it's necessary. Just chill. Don't overthink. I feel if you do that, you're overthinking it. And yeah, so this is the rest of the team. Mitro did well. What penalty was it? Then Firmino blanked. Yeah, Williams on the bench. A lot of people had at least 20 odd points, 30 points on the bench. Mine's not as bad, but a lot of people like myself, Andreas, on the bench. Williams, he still would have been a bench, a third sub as well. I would not expect to get a clean sheet. That was crazy, that against his former club. And Andreas there, maybe I could have started him over Trent, got those extra 9 points when I knew about the Trent news, but I was being stubborn. I won't be benching him again. So that's what I've gone for. That's how I did. While we're still here, I haven't done any transfers. A bit of disclaimer, spoiler alert: no transfers yet because we're not European games. I know I'm quite casual, but I'm waiting for probably Thursday night, Friday, see what happens. But these how everyone's doing, in the Prize League. Benny Blanco, Craig's still rocking at the top. Harry's there, FPL Harry. Tom, who got the assist, above the average, Martin Baker, FPL Mode, FPL Lens, Net That Hall, Man on Pod, Craig, FPL Prince, Connor, Dan Blackwolf, everybody here. So shout out to all these people. There's about 69, 70 people. There I am. I've gone up to 25th now. So shout out to all these people down here. And the top scorer was actually Az from Black Box Scout. Az got 74 points this week. He was the highest one in the mini league with the most points. So shout out to Az, who I've had on in the past last year as a guest. Top guy. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Lot of plans now. Going into this week and Halloween week. Well, hey, Halloween week. This is going to be interesting. It could be a lot of troll things. So I'm predicting it to be a bit of a troll. Maybe Haaland blanks. Maybe Villa win and Almiron blanks. What was the other one? Maybe Forest beat Arsenal. It could be a real troll week. I think it has in the past, hasn't it? Halloween week. For football, FPL. I think it could be again. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So this is how I'm quite possibly lining up. I know I've got Andreas on there, but I'm still debating what the bloody hell to do with who I'm going to start him over. You know what I mean? I would like to start him. We've got Everton next. Everton are quite reasonably sound at the back, aren't they? That's when I'm overthinking it. So at the moment, I like this team. I'm just debating whether to roll a transfer or go with the crowd. I know I said ignore the crowd, but I do like him, Almiron. But he does look good on the eye test. He does, but Villa could be bouncing at this. Could be Halloween week. So there's Almiron on my mind. There's Saka on my mind. I'm debating whether to ditch Maddison for one of them, but I kind of want to keep Maddison now because, you know, Leicester looking like that team now, getting back into form, and Maddison's in form. He is in form, and I don't really want to get rid of him, and he's such a nice differential to have, under 10%, and, you know, he's been such a really good player to have. Definitely. The money in the bank I've got is 2.2 million, so I can spread that around who I want to bring in. So I could just easily roll the transfer if I wanted to, but this is what I'm more likely might line up with. I could start Andreas over Anderson, but then watch Crystal Palace get a clean sheet. You just don't know what's going to happen, do you? You don't know what's going to happen. I think looking at the fixtures wise, what I would like to do, we're looking ahead because we've got 14, 15. It's got next to 3 game weeks until the World Cup starts. So if we're looking until 14 to 16, obviously, because we've got the bloody unlimited transfers during the World Cup. Arsenal wise, I'm happy with what I've got at the minute. I'm not that tempted to go with Jesus. I was hearing about on Planet FPL, Sudge and James on the pod today. I think it was Sudge saying about Jesus, like he's not scored or done that well during the winter time. He's not that good. He's used because he's Brazilian, he's South American. He does better. He plays better on stats wise when it's really hot outside, and you know it kind of would make sense, that wouldn't it? It kind of would make sense. So I'm happy with what I've got at the minute with Saliba and Martinelli. I'm not like going triple. I don't feel like it's necessary to go triple at the minute. I'm happy for this for the next 3 game weeks with just Martinelli and Saliba. Aston Villa wise, I want to see a bit more from them. I don't want to jump on them just yet, this bandwagon. Fair enough, play Brentford, but Newcastle will be tough. Manchester United will be tough, and Brighton will be tough. So I want to see a bit more from them. I want to see what they can do against Newcastle first. Bournemouth wise, we know Solanke is probably out this weekend with an injury. And who else is there as well? Bournemouth, Brentford's in there too. A lot of people remember there's a lot of yellow cards going about, guys. We know Saliba. Where's that thing gone now? FPL Raptor posted it out. And what did he say here? He said, noteworthy, players only 4 yellow cards. Up to you if that stops you bringing them in. Gahi from Palace, Saliba, Darlow, Scar from Newcastle, Tony and Jesus. All on 4 yellow cards. So 1 more and they're out for a week. They miss a game week. So it could be very, very interesting indeed. So at the moment, I've just got Saliba. I think it's just Saliba I've got. A bit worried now what I've just said. I've just got the only one I've got is Saliba at the minute. I don't want to be bringing someone like Jesus in, obviously, or Tony in when they're just 1 yellow card. I think it's just a waste of a transfer. Trossard's still probably a good one. You know, he scored against City, quite possibly could score against Chelsea, Wolves and Villa. So I think he's still a good one to go for, but I'm fine at the moment. I've got McAllister, but I'm looking to get rid of him very, very soon. Chelsea-wise, I'm not really that tempted on any Chelsea. I don't think they're that, not essential. Essential's too big of a word, but I don't think they're that necessary to go for at the minute. With James out for a period of time, who else do you want? Mount's not bloody great as an FPL asset. He's a bloody troll at times. You know, Crystal Palace, there's no one really that interesting because who's it going to be? Eze, Zaha. Who the bloody hell's going to score? You're just better off with a Crystal Palace defender, even though they're bloody conceding nearly every game. Everton-wise, I'd wait for a minute. A lot of people were hyping up Iwobi, but I think that'd be a bit knee-jerky going into this week. I know Fulham aren't great in the back. I just wait for now and see what happens. And Leicester, Leeds. If you've got Maddison, I'd say hold him for another 2 games, 3 games, see what happens. I'd say hold him. Leeds-wise, nobody from there, not that interested. Liverpool-wise, if you're on triple Liverpool for this week, or if you've still got Salah, I'd say hold. Give them one last game. Don't let the Forest game put you off of the season before, or the rest of our season. If you've got triple like myself or double Liverpool, keep them for this game. Leeds are very leaky at the back. I know we could say that about Forest, but Leeds, just give them one last, and they could prove, even though the ownership's gone quite down, not too much at the moment, with Salah and all that, and Trent, they could prove to still be maybe good differentials. They're not really differential, Salah, is it? But, lower ownership. It's not up there with Haaland, is it? About 50% behind, 45%. So I'd say hold for now for this game week, and then probably sell going into the Spurs game if they don't do shit, or if they do, then you just swap it around for maybe KDB, because KDB would have bloody Fulham after that, and then Brentford. So you could do that. Talk about the Almiron hype. Yeah, I think it's a really good one to go for, but imagine if he blanks and Villa win. 1-0 Villa, I'm predicting it now. Danny Ings. So if you want to go for Almiron, very cheap as chips, go for him. Why not? Why not go for him? I think he's good. I think he's a good one to go for. For next 3 games, a good punt to go for before the World Cup starts. I think he's at like 15%, 16%. I don't know. It's something up there. It was at 10%. Fair play to the people for the last 2-3 game weeks have had him. Fair play. Been a good asset. I was eyeing him up, but I wasn't so sure because something always puts me off with Newcastle. I don't know, attackers wise, something always puts me off. I know they're meant to be money books in a Man City 2.0, but for God's sake, when I look at them, it's like I kind of want to, but then I feel like it screams troll. Like I'm going to pick someone like Callum Wilson for a nice 2-3 lovely game run, and he's going to bloody blank or just get 1 assist in 3 games, or Almiron to not do well. And I just feel the troll. I don't know why, but they're doing so well. They're doing so well. They may not have the quality that City have, but they're playing like they have. These players aren't worth the money bucks that KDB, Haaland, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Mahrez, and all that are worth. But they're playing like it. They're playing like real good quality players. So if you want to go for Almiron, go for Almiron. I think double Newcastle defence is bold. I wouldn't go for Pope or Trips. I'd look elsewhere. Get rid of Pope. Maybe bring in another goalkeeper. But you can still stick if you want to. If you just want to play it that way, go for it. Forest, don't get too excited just because they beat us, because we're shit. Don't get too excited. They might do Arsenal over, but don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Come on. Southampton-wise, ain't bothered. Spurs-wise, if you've got Kane, keep Kane. Keep him against Liverpool. Keep against Leeds. Why not? West Ham-wise, hearing as well on FS Scout that Bowen said that he's no longer on penalties. So even if he'd stayed on when he went off before that penalty was taken last night, he wouldn't have taken it. Bowen said he's off penalties. The manager's taking him off penalties. So if you have Bowen, he wouldn't have taken that penalty if he'd stayed on. For you guys, I'd look to sell Bowen now. In my opinion, I'd look to get rid of him. I don't think he's worth it. Maybe look for Almiron. Everyone's going to jump at Almiron, bloody bandwagon, aren't they? And then we got West Ham, and then we got Wolves in there as well. So yeah, nothing much more to talk about with them. So that's how I might probably just line up. So that's basically it, guys. If you have enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe. And just want to throw this out there as well. I'm I've done this. I've had a good think about this. I've done this for like 4 years. This FPL Penguin. This is just the last bit of the video. I've enjoyed everyone shooting in. I've loved it. And basically what I'm saying is, FPL Penguin is still here for now, but I am considering very soon maybe this YouTube to kind of retire from it, should we say? But the Twitter account and Instagram account will still be going. But I just feel now with this YouTube, I don't feel like I have the motivation with it now. I feel like I've loved every single second, every single minute of chatting to you guys. That even the most loyal subscribers, have been with me for ages. And loving having guests on, but it's just a thought: do I carry this on? Maybe I just need a break from it and then come back. Like I said, I'm not talking about the FPL Penguin Twitter or Instagram. I'm talking about the YouTube. I just don't know. Maybe I've got to that point in my life now with this. Maybe I just want to I don't know. I need to have a good think about it. But like I said, it's just like the motivation of it anymore. I don't feel like I have that motivation with it anymore now. Like today, I've gone for it, and I want to put a video out. I still love doing this for you guys, but I don't feel that motivation is still there for me. Or I feel like I should kind of stop this very soon. But it's only a thought. But like I said, it's the YouTube I'm talking about, not the Twitter or Instagram. But it's only a thought, guys. I'd love talking to you guys. You're absolute legends. But yeah, maybe if I took a break from the YouTube for a bit and then come back, have a good think about it. But it's only a thought. It's only a thought. But like I said, everything's fine with me. I'm just, like I said, the motivation. Like, I don't feel as motivated to do these anymore after 4 years. And where I am and stuff, and yeah. But like I said, I love you guys. I love everybody that's supported me, guests and everything like that. So yeah, so that's it really. That's it really. I didn't mean to finish on a bit of a low right there near the end of the video. If you have got that far, but yeah, like I said, I'll have a good think about it. But it's just a thought. That's all. But yeah, guys, I will be on live tonight on a guest stream on FPL Agony with some lads, up and coming YouTube, another up and coming FPL YouTube channel, FPL Agony. I will put the link in the description, live chat and comments. I'll be on probably 8:30 tonight UK time as a guest. Very awesome, very kind to invite me on as a guest, so it'd be great to be on. I'll also post it again leading up to the time, the stream itself. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being on. If they are watching, I'm looking forward to being on. Anyway, guys, I've been Calvin, the FPL Penguin, and hopefully I'll see you very, very soon. And take it easy, guys. See you later.